For lesson 11.5, we are talking about two-dimensional shapes on three-dimensional shapes. And our question is what two-dimensional shapes do you see on the flat surfaces of a three-dimensional shape? So if we are to look at each one of these three-dimensional shapes, and we were to lay them down on a piece of paper and trace, that's what we did in class, we traced around the flat surface and pulled it off. We wanted to see which two-dimensional shapes make up the three-dimensional. So for number 1, our two-dimensional shape is a rectangle. And by looking at each one of our choices, we are looking at the flat surfaces, which one has rectangles on them. So the first one is a crayon box. If we were to trace the flat surface of a crayon box, we can see we would get a rectangle shape on the front side, so that would be one of them. A sphere automatically doesn't have any flat surfaces, so it wouldn't count at all. A cylinder, if we trace the flat surface, we would have a circle on top and a circle on bottom, so that one doesn't work. And our book, if we trace the flat surface, the front of it, we would find another rectangle, so it would be the crayon and the book. Same thing on number 2, it would be the soup can, the present, and the party hat. And number 3 would be the tissues. At the bottom of the homework on the problem solving, it says, look at the shape. Draw the shape you would make if you traced this object. So if we were to trace either the top or the bottom of our paint can, we would be able to see that the shape that is on our flat surface is a circle. On the back side of the homework, which flat surface does a cone have? First, have to know what a cone looks like if you need to draw it or get out an object that looks like a cone. We would see that the flat surface is down here at the bottom. If we traced it, we would get a circle. And number 2, which flat surfaces could a rectangular prism have? So first we have to be able to draw a rectangular prism or have a picture of one of them. And so we would be able to see that if we were to trace the flat sides, we could probably find either rectangles or squares. And at the bottom on the spiral review, the first problem is going back to chapter 4. It says Jade has 8 books. She gives some of them to Dana. Now Jade has 6 books. How many did she give to Dana? Which subtraction sentence answers the problem? So we know to start out with that Jade has 8 books. That's her whole. It tells us that she gives some to Dana. Our word gives means it's a subtraction, but it says some. We don't know how many. Now she has 6 books. So we know that 6 plus 2 would make 8. So it would be the last choice. And number 4, what is the sum? Sum is our answer for addition, so 3 plus 0 would be 3.